Hello friends, welcome to the sixth video of quadratic equation. We are still studying the basic concepts of quadratic equation and the different methods of solving quadratic equations. So this method says solve the quadratic equation by completing the square. Okay, solve the quadratic equation by completing the square. Uh, let's understand this method with a very simple example. Okay, let's forget about quadratic equation and everything. Let me take a very simple example. Let's say I take the example as x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. I have to solve this quadratic equation by completing the square. So focus a lot on the middle term. Okay, focus a lot on the middle term. What will happen is you have to represent this equation in the form of x. You have to represent this equation in the form of x minus some number. Let me call that number as p. You have to represent this as x minus p whole square. Okay, and if you represent this number as x minus p whole square, then what will happen is the middle term of this will be x square minus 2px plus of p square. This will be the middle term. So your 2px will actually become your middle term, which is the coefficient of x. So if you have to move this quadratic equation in this format, what you will need is a x minus p format. Okay, so what will happen is your minus 2px should look like your middle term, okay, which is your minus of 4x, correct, and x will get cancelled with x, and your p here comes out to be 2. Okay, p comes out to be 2. So I chose x minus of p whole square because this was a negative term. Okay, this was a negative term. Had this been a positive term, I would have chosen x plus p whole square. Okay, I'll show you that example also. So my p comes out to be 2. Now what I can write is I can write this equation as x minus p whole square. And what will that look like? It will be x minus 2 whole square. When I do this, what I've done is I have actually added a 2 square also over here, okay, which I did not have. Okay, so let me explain that part again. So I have x square, I have minus of 4x, and I have plus of 3 equal to 0. The x square minus 4x can be written as x square minus of 2a, which is x, and b, which I have found to be 2. Okay, which I found to be 2, which is this. And I am adding a 2 square on this side, so I will have to add a 2 square on this side as well. And this 3 I'm taking to the right side, so it will become a minus of 3. Okay, so what will this equation actually become? This whole term, x square minus 2 into x into 2 plus 2 square, can be written as x minus 2 whole square is equal to 2 square minus 3, which is equal to 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. So x minus 2 whole square is equal to 1. And now how I can write this is, I can write this as x minus 2 whole square is equal to plus minus 1 whole square, and this will give me two values. Okay, this will give me two values, which is x minus 2 is equal to plus 1 or x minus 2 is equal to minus 1, and either x equal to 3 or x equal to 1. So these are my two values, and I found this by completing the square, which is x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Let me do this exact same question but with a different sign. Okay, with a different sign. So let's take example 2, which is x square plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Now I have to write this term as a 2px. 2px is equal to 4 of x. I'm trying to find the value of p. So p will be 2. P is 2 again. but because this is x square plus 4x, I will have to go to the plus 2 format. Okay, so I will actually have to write this as x square plus 2 into a, which is x, into 2, which is my p, okay, plus I need a p square as well, so I do a 2 square. Okay, I move the 3 to the RHS, so it will be 2 square minus 3. I added a 2 square on the LHS, so I have to add a 2 square on the RHS, minus 3. This whole thing now becomes x plus 2 whole square is equal to 1. I have to do the exact same procedure which I did here. Okay, I did x minus 2 whole square is equal to 1. So let me just solve it here. If x minus 2 whole square, x plus 2 whole square is equal to 1, this means that x plus 2 whole square is equal to plus or minus 1 whole square. And now this will come in two parts, which is alpha and beta. So x plus 2 is equal to 1 or x plus 2 is equal to minus 1. This will give you x equal to minus 1 and this will give you x equal to minus 3. And this is the solution by completing the square. Let us take a slightly more complicated example, something that we have already done via factorization and the formula, which is say 2x square minus of x minus of 6 equal to 0. If you have to solve this question, then the first thing you should always do is get rid of the coefficient of x. How do you get rid of the coefficient of x? By dividing everything by 2. X square minus x by 2 minus of 3 equal to 0. Also take this term to the RHS, so it becomes x square minus of x by 2 is equal to 3. Now we have to solve this. Now you see the middle term is minus of x by 2. Let me divide the page here for some rough work. Now my 2px is equal to x by 2, correct? X will get cancelled by x and my p comes out to be 1 by 4. So I have represented the middle term as 2 into a, which is x, into b, which is 1 upon 4. Okay, so what will this become? This will be x square minus of 2 into a, which is x, into b, which is 1 upon 4, plus of 1 upon 4 whole square. This will be equal to 3 plus 1 upon 4 whole square. What will this become? This will be x minus 1 by 4 whole square is equal to 3 plus 1 by 16, which is equal to 49 upon 16. Okay, 49 upon 16. And this will become equal to x minus 1 upon 4 whole square is equal to either plus or minus 7 upon 4 whole square. Now you have to do like always. This will give you two parts, which is x minus 1 by 4 is equal to plus 7 by 4. X minus 1 by 4 is equal to minus 7 by 4. Solve this, you get x equal to 8 by 4, which is equal to 2. And solve this, you get x equal to 1 minus 7 upon 4, which is equal to minus of 6 upon 4, which is equal to minus of 3 upon 2. The same answer, x equal to 2 and x equal to minus of 3 by 2, is what we got via factorization as well as via the formula. Okay, now this was the entire explanation of how do you solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. I hope you found this explanation useful. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe, and do share these videos with your friends and spread the word around. Till then, keep working hard, keep practicing hard. Cheers and God bless. In the coming videos, we'll start solving questions containing quadratic equations. We'll solve all questions which are from the NCERT textbook and questions that were used in the previous year's final examinations. So do follow this channel.